What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how you can deal with a bad quarterback. Let's get started. Now, before we get into this video, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you would like a daily training schedule that you can follow with over 500 plus wide receiver drills and gym exercises, check out that very first link in the description below where you can get access to our 8-week wide receiver on-field and gym workout schedule. It's a daily schedule with the exact exercise you should be doing as a receiver, the exact sets and reps, and we give you video examples of each drill to make sure you are doing it correctly. So if that sounds like something that interests you, again, fellas, check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to get you on that. Let's get back to this video. Now, in this video, you guys, we're going to be talking about how wide receivers can deal with a quarterback who is maybe not on the greater side of things, right? Maybe he doesn't throw you the ball. Maybe he can't get you the ball. Maybe he doesn't know how to scan the field and actually look your way. What are some ways that you can deal with that and deal with that the correct way, right? So the first one is going to be being positive with the quarterback, right? Like, take it from me, I've experienced it both positions, right? As a quarterback, you never want to sit there because honestly, like, you got to understand where a quarterback's coming from. It's the hardest position in all of sports. I don't think anybody can argue that. It's one of the, if it isn't the hardest, it is one of the hardest, right? They have so much to worry about. They have to worry about an accurate ball. They got to worry about their footwork. They got to worry about making the right read, not turning the ball over, and obviously winning the game. And everybody is looking at them. The last thing that a quarterback wants is a receiver saying, "Hey, throw me the ball. You missed me on that one. I'm open." Throwing your hand up after a play where the quarterback's already released the ball, trying to show up your quarterback. Like, guys, I understand as receivers, we're playmakers and we want to get the ball. The only way that we make plays is by getting the ball. But if the quarterback doesn't give us the ball, then we can't make plays. And I understand that. I understand where you're coming from, but being negative with that quarterback is the fastest way that he is going to bury you in that offense and not give you the ball. Like, I'll tell you what I did when I was a quarterback. Maybe it wasn't the greatest thing in the world to do, but like, I had these two outside receivers, right? One of them was just, and both were extremely talented, probably just as good as one another, right? Both could jump out of the gym, super athletic, super fast. I went to the other guy more when I had one-on-one opportunities because the other guy would complain about not getting the ball. And I'm like, well, listen, if you're going to complain about not getting the ball, I'm going to give the ball to somebody who I know, somebody who I trust, somebody I know who's got my back. And that's just human nature. That's just how people are. So do not be negative with the quarterback. You should never demean the quarterback. You should never talk bad behind the quarterback. You want to work with the quarterback. You want to be positive with him. How you would approach a quarterback in that situation. Let's say you're open and he missed you, or maybe he gave you a bad pass. You got to tell him he'll get the next one. Quarterback is such a mental position, and the last thing he needs is somebody breaking him down or trying to break him down mentally from the receiver spot. Even from the offensive line spot or running back, quarterback doesn't need that. Quarterback needs a positive environment. They know they screwed up. Trust me, quarterbacks, when they throw a pick, a bad pass, they know they screwed up. So you have to work with them. The way I would approach it is tell them, like, hey, on that last play, when, we did this concept, we did that concept, I ran this route, I ran that route, I was open here, could you try looking for me on the next one because I think it could work, right? You want to go about it in a different way. You never want to tell them, hey, I was open, what the hell are you doing? Worst way to go about it. So make sure that we are positive with the quarterback, even if he is not on the more talented side of things. So now, when it comes to working with your quarterback, obviously, like we said before, we don't want to demean the quarterback. We don't want to be negative to him. We want to work with him. I actually mean that. I mean, after practice, you should be spending time with your quarterback. On the weekends, you should spend time with your quarterback. If your quarterback goes to a quarterback coach, you should be going with him and catching for him just to build that chemistry, right? Because honestly, like, quarterbacks, if you're playing quarterback, they obviously have a strong arm. They can get the ball there. It's not like they're just like terrible in that respect where they can't throw the ball. A lot of it's chemistry. A lot of it's knowing where you are going to be on your routes, getting comfortable throwing you the ball, that is the thing with quarterbacks. So the more you can work with your QB, the more opportunities you're going to get as a receiver, and it's going to pay off in your respect. Like I was telling you that example earlier. When I played quarterback, I had those two receivers, right? Both very good, both very fast. I had a decent relationship with both of them, right? Just one of them, the guy who I'd throw the ball to more, one, he didn't complain, number one. We knew each other extremely well because we would put in the work outside of practice. And me and that guy had zero in common. Like, we grew up around each other, maybe like 5 minutes from each other. And he was a great athlete, great receiver, zero in common, like zero interest, no music similarities, like didn't hang out with the same crowd outside of football, but we had a great working relationship, even in high school, right? And it was one of those things where it's like, we're on the field, we know exactly what each other are thinking. I know who he's going to be, and that's who I'm going to give the ball to. And that's what you need. You don't got to be best friends with the guy. You don't got to go to his house for dinner every night. Honestly, you just need a working relationship with the dude, and you need chemistry with him, so he'll give you more opportunities and go to you more with the ball. So if you got a bad quarterback, work with him. Do not be that guy that just saw he's bad and just quit on him, right? That's the easiest way to never get a reception as a wide receiver. Now, if you have a quarterback who struggles making reads and struggles like seeing the field, for example, right? Like let's say you're open on a certain play in a certain window. Like let's say you're the outside receiver and you're running like a dig route and we have some kind of like underneath, like, you know, like 5 yard out, like whip route, whatever the case may be. And the quarterback is looking low and then he is working back high, right? And let's say he misses you on a play. You need to go over that specific coverage read with that quarterback. You need to go over certain plays with your quarterbacks. So you guys are on the same exact page in terms of a coverage sense, right? So many guys don't understand where to sit in the zone coverage. They don't know where the quarterback is thinking, what the quarterback's reading. They're just out there running routes. You need to understand how a quarterback is actually thinking. Where is he looking? What is he trying to see on the field? What windows is he trying to exploit in the offense? Now, some of your guys' quarterbacks may be new to the position. Maybe he was like a receiver. You need a quarterback. They just brought this guy in, right? He may not know that, but you may know it as a wide receiver. And honestly, quite frankly, you should know it. You should know where a play is trying to go. Like, for example, like let's say we have a smash concept play, right? And let's say the outside receiver runs a hitch, slot receiver runs a corner. And let's say we like working this against two high safeties. You know that the quarterback's read is that DB on the outside over the top of the hitch, right? So if that corner crashes down, he's throwing the corner route. But if it's two high safeties, that quarterback is throwing that ball on the line. He's not floating it there. So if your quarterback's floating it there, or maybe throwing the hitch late and getting that guy killed, you should go over it with him and say, hey, we want to put the ball in that window. We want to put this thing on a line. You guys have to have that dialogue so you know what each other are thinking. He knows where you're going to be. You know where he's trying to look so you can structure your route accordingly, guys. So you have to understand playbook. You have to do some work outside of practice. Stay in 20 minutes after practice, working on the weekends, going to his quarterback coach, and you have to be positive. All those things can help you deal with a bad quarterback situation. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback. It's always great to hear from you guys. And again, fellas, if you would like an 8-week wide receiver on-field and gym workout schedule, everything wide receivers need to be doing in the gym and on the field, exact sets and reps, all broken down for you. Again, check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to get you on that. I'll see you guys next time.